With over a year left to go on a 7-year journey to Proxima B, Lieutenant Sharon Garnett is awakened early because of an impact to Ark I. Garnett activates the cryopods, waking up the crew so she can evacuate everyone from the sleeper bays. After the damage kills a majority of the commander class, the highest ranking officers left on board are 3 young lieutenants, Sharon Garnett, James Bryce, and Spencer Lane.
Then who's in charge?
I am.
Excuse me?
I have the most working knowledge of all of the ship.
Chief Life Support Officer Lieutenant Dades is needed to help troubleshoot the issues that's cutting off the ship's oxygen. When they find him, he admits he's not really Lieutenant Dades. Alicia Nevins quickly troubleshoots the problem, and Bryce promotes her to Chief Life Support Officer. They throw the imposter Malcolm Perry in a storage locker.
I paid a hacker to make Jasper think he was reassigned to Ark II. Forged ID files so I could show up in his place.
But your DNA
Is matched against the master DNA catalogs. You think they can't be hacked too?
When the guards go down to the storage locker to give Malcolm a chance to speak before the commanding officers pass judgment, they find him with his throat slit. After a fight breaks out, Garnett declares a mental health crisis, naming the pampered celebrity influencer Kat head of shipwide mental health. Ava wakes up the officers to tell them after reclaiming the lost water from the greenhouse, they only have a few days of drinking water left. In Episode 3, Ark I needs to get the engines working or they will be destroyed by an asteroid. When they fail to get the engines started, they use a shuttle to push the Ark, giving it enough momentum to let the thrusters launch the ship away from the asteroid. When the asteroid comes into sight, Alicia realizes it's not an asteroid but a comet that contains ice they extract for drinking water. When Lane finds a video of Lieutenant Garnett slitting someone's throat at a bar, he hands her over to Strickland for investigation. Garnett has an alibi for the night of the video, admitting to Strickland that she was a part of a classified cloning program, and the woman killing the guy in the video is her twin sister.
Cloning was outlawed years ago, partially because of adverse reactions like that.
Which is why program is top secret. You must know how people feel about people like me. They fear what they don't understand.
Angus figures out the comet water is what's causing people to hallucinate. Dr. Kabir passes out right as she synthesizes a cure that can be distributed through the water system, while cleaning the ship's water supply at the same time. Nevins finds her notes, continues with her plan, and saves everyone on the ship. When Lane tricks a tired and bleary-eyed Dr. Kabir into getting some rest, he accesses Garnett's files, finding out she's a clone. Trent volunteers to go on a suicide mission into the room with the radiation leak. Before Trent dies, he tells Lane about a secret chamber on the ship where William Trust and his wife are sleeping in cryo.
Now it's your duty to keep Trust safe, because there are people aboard this ship who might want him dead.
3.2 Earth months have gone by, and everything on the ship has calmed down. Alicia and Bryce are searching for fuel. Angus introduces the first meal produced in the bioshelter to the crew. Bryce passes out in the hall, waking up on his bed.
Where'd you get the booze?
Booze.
Isn't that why you passed out?
Okay, firstly, I'm Scottish, so I don't pass out from booze.
The orbital gravity of the star will whip us around and project us toward our target planet and double our speed.
And we're sure it's enough to get us to the planet with all the fuel?
More than enough.
The slingshot idea works, but they damage a sail from a solar flare. It's too hot to do a spacewalk to fix the sail, so Garnett tests her clone genetics, seeing if she can withstand high levels of solar radiation. Garnett successfully fixes the sail and makes it back on the ship, setting them back on course. When Bryce wants to take the shuttle to scout out the safety of the planet with the U-238 on it, Ava makes up an excuse to go with him, not wanting him to pass out again. When Bryce passes out again, Ava covers for him, so he finally tells her what's wrong with him.
I have Clamkins disease. It's a terminal.
I know what it is. I knew people who died from it. There is no cure.
They find dead bodies littered all over Ark III. Lane encounters Kelly Fowler, a lone survivor. Kelly informs the council that Evelyn Maddox purchased Trust Company and created faster-than-light travel. Kelly talks Strickland into throwing the guns away found on Ark III, but pockets one for herself, revealing her bad intentions to the viewer. When Ava triggers the FTL drive's self-destruction sequence, Lane runs off to wake up William Trust for the code and saves the ship. Trust's wife Helena knocks out Lane, and all Trust is concerned about is why he's on Ark I.
You did this.
I did what I had to.
Alicia and Angus figure out that Ark 15 attacked Ark I. When Alicia comes to ask Angus to help her go through the Ark 15 archives, Kelly refuses to help them, as she seduces a naive Angus. The crew gets worried about Lane, since they haven't heard from him since he sent the codes for the self-destruct sequence. Strickland uses Lane's communication transmission to locate them. The Trust receive a mixed reception amongst the crew. Garnett and Bryce decide to put Lane on timeout for not telling them about the Trusts, stripping him of his rank. Trust doesn't think it's a good idea to try the FTL drive, and when they try it, it glitches out, as past, present, and future converge, causing a disorienting effect.
Do something.
Was I? It's getting worse, isn't it?
My head hurts.
Ready to launch EMP. How did you beat me here? I thought I got here first. How long have we been here?
To say launch EMP.
Exactly. She is ahead of us. Or she was momentarily.
After Lane gets fired, he assures William Trust that since Garnett and Bryce did him dirty, his loyalties now remain with him. The crew finds out that, like them, the hostile Ark that attacked Ark I is heading to Prox B. Trust's idea to use the FTL drive as a shield is voted down. Because of Garnett's choice not to go to Prox B, Lane, Kat, Griff, and the Trusts stage a mutiny amongst the crew, drugging Bryce, Strickland, and Garnett, then redirecting the ship to Proxima B.
Oh man, I feel like I went on a bender.
The headache wears off in a minute.
The rage and sense of betrayal will stay.
Kelly gets an engineer to fix her comm bracelet, and when he sees it's from Ark 15, she snaps his neck. When Alicia puts a lock on the FTL drive, Trust lets the air out of Strickland, Bryce, and Garnett's holding cell. Griff lets them out and they take back the bridge, locking up Lane with the Trusts. When Ark 15 shows up, they unsuccessfully try to use the FTL shield. In the next scene, Kelly holds the prisoners at gunpoint. Kelly shoots Helena in a struggle. Kelly takes Trust and Angus, forcing Lane to fly them over to Ark 15. Ark 1 uses the FTL shield to deflect Evelyn Maddox's attack. It's revealed Evelyn is the leader of Ark 15, and Kelly her approval-seeking daughter. Garnett finds out that the intruders from Ark 1 took spider DNA, but has no clue why. Alicia and Dr. Kabir figure out that Ark 15 probably needs spider DNA for the cure to Clampkins, the same disease Lieutenant Bryce is suffering from. When Garnett gets on the ship, she stumbles into a laboratory full of spiders. Garnett finds the cure and sends it to Ark 1, but the guard she knocked out with her taser stick wakes up and sounds an alarm. As soon as Garnett makes it to the brig, she gets apprehended, joining Trust and Lane in custody. As they wait for the growth accelerator to develop the spiders with the cure, Bryce's Clampkins gets worse. Angus turns the tables of seduction around on Kelly when he gets her to let him see the Ark 15 prisoners. When Angus gets to the brig, he cracks Kelly upside the head with a metal tray. Ava figures out a way to make Ark 15's gun backfire manually. Lane stays on Ark 15 and overpowers the guards. The extraction process causes the spider venom to decay when it hits the air, so the only way for the cure to work is to let the spiders bite Lieutenant Bryce.
Maybe we need to make them angry.
No, please don't. Please don't. Ah! Ah!
It's working, they're biting.
I know they're biting.
How long do I have? Is it an hour? Is it a week? What is it?
You're cured.
Lane destroys the FTL drive, but gets apprehended. Garnett uses the cure as a bargaining chip for Lane. After Kelly leaves Ark 1 in a coma, Evelyn tells Garnett that they can coexist if Trust can get the planet to spin. Trust sabotages Ark 15, letting the magnetic pull drag Evelyn's Ark to Proxima B's surface. The bridge crew attempts a risky maneuver to save Ark 15, and the risk pays off. Once the planet is spinning, Nevins realizes that the ice on the dark side of Proxima is actually liquid methane, and they've basically ignited a planet-sized bomb. Ark 1 almost escapes the blast radius, but part of the ship gets damaged. Ark 15 pulls up to Ark 1 unscathed, and Evelyn Maddox sends a shuttle with rescue teams and medics.